Welcome back to the Drifting on Arroyo podcast. This is me.
This is Lano.
And that's it, people. I was going to say you get a half-ass show this week, but since there's 3 asses on this show, it's actually the 2/3 ass show. So just trying to be mathematically correct.
Yeah, sorry for no show last week. I was out. I got sick from Halloween, so I wasn't up to recording that night. But it seems like you guys were ready to
Why'd you eat so much candy, fool?
Wasn't as this the kids, and then it was election night, and I kind of wanted to watch that. And just there was a bunch going on, and then this week Rick's working evenings, huh?
Yeah. So, but a lot has happened since we were last on. You know, spoiler alert: the Dodgers are world champions again.
Right.
In case you didn't know. What?
Wrong button.
What's wrong with you, man? And then we have elected a new president, which I 100% endorse.
And did they finalize? I saw that we won the House, and then what was the?
Is that finalized?
Well, I don't know. That's what I was asking.
Because last I heard, there had to be a certain amount of seats won. And the Republicans did have more seats, but I don't know if they had enough to have the majority. I think it was something like 230 or something like that. And last count, they were like at 218, I believe, or something like that. I'm not sure.
So I guess I brought up the Google. So the final on the electoral was 313 Trump, and then 226 Harris. And then, where's the House at? And then, I don't know, I gotta look for the other stuff. Let's see.
Yeah, it's just too bad you got sick, man, because it would have been fun doing like an election watch show.
Oh, and then, so the Senate was 53 to 47. And then, what are all these black ones? They're still counting, or
I don't know.
Or they haven't reported? Or it's not finalized. And then the House was 214 to 206, but I don't know what that number is to get the majority.
218 for majority.
Yeah,
because once you hit that 218 number, there's a certain number of seats.
Right.
So once you hit the 218,
then they're like mathematically.
Then yeah, they're mathematically the whatever side gets 218 is going to have that advantage on like as far as when voting time comes.
And I mean, he's already making changes already, right?
Changes are being made. A lot of stuff is happening already, but
didn't he say like if something on the break, if you don't go for his selections or whatever, then something during the recess, they like he's just putting you on warning or something like that. Because I guess to appoint someone that could take like up to a couple of years, so he told everybody like, hey, you guys better go with my picks before it starts or recess or something like that. I saw him make an announcement.
No, it probably is some kind of ploy or something that they have to like avoid voting.
Something, yeah.
You know, to delay and filibuster and all that.
Yeah, I'm curious because now Ricky gave us that story how his business or his former employer was like thriving.
Right.
During the previous not the previous like before Biden, and then with the Biden regime they kind of like started struggling in terms of I don't know, it could be both sides, the people having money to spend on plumbers or just taxes on the businesses or whatever, so they shut down. So I'm curious now that he's like an owner of his own business, how under this administration how it affects him.
You know, I don't think it's as much the administration as it is our local administration. But the thing is, with having the administration on your side, you know, the presidency, you're able to wield a way bigger sword. You know, it's like just recently, I don't know if you people know out there, but here in California, pretty much call it Commifornia because we're being run like communists. It's like you drive what we tell you to drive, and you eat what we tell you to eat, You wear what you tell you to wear, and you speak the way we tell you to speak. Pretty much how it is in California. And Newsom decided to gather a meeting with the CARB, California Air Resources Board, after the elections, so that way no one looks bad.
Oh, this is that gas
everyone
tax you're
holds
talking
their,
about?
yes.
Uh-huh.
Everyone holds their seats where they have their seats, and so nobody makes a stink about it because nobody knows what's going on. So what he did, and the problem is that with CARB, it's pretty much a organization of bureaucrats. So they don't get held responsible like legislators or Congress or Senate or anybody that's elected. They're not, that liability is not there. So this 100%.
And CARB is California Air Resources
Board. It's an organization with 14 board members, 12 of which were personally appointed by Gavin Newsom. So this is 100% on Newsom. So if you ever hear him saying that he doesn't know about it or he has no influence over it or anything like that, he's straight up lying, which he has done before. And even before when he ran for office and being elected the first time around, he straight out lied. Because he said that, and I remember it clearly on his campaign trail, he says that whatever the people vote in on propositions, he's going to go with it. You know, he's not going to go against it. And that was a bold-faced lie.
Mm-hmm.
Because propositions that went in that he didn't like, he vetoed, and they ended up dying, and he ended up doing whatever he wanted either way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the problem, you know, everybody, like people want to complain and everything. That's why I say it's so important. When it comes to elections, it's so important to pay attention to what's going on locally. I mean, the presidency and everything, California really is irrelevant. Because California is always going to, like, for the past 20 years or so, 25 years, has gone Democrat. So, like, as a conservative or a Republican here in California, really your vote's kind of, like, doesn't count. But it does. You know, because it's important for them to see, and we see with this past election, how much more the conservatives or the red wave is coming out. Because now it's showing that just the coast, you know, the cities along the coastline.
I saw that map. Yeah.
And who lives along the coast? The coastlines? All the millionaires and all the elites. And how do they vote? They all vote Democrat.
So they're saying.
So I'm just saying, you know, everybody wants to say that the Republicans are this and that, and they're the rich, and you know all the tax breaks and everything for them. It's like, why? They're not the ones living in these $1 million mansions along the coast, on the beach. You know, it's all the tech millionaires. It's all the celebrities. And we all know how they vote and how they lean. So you just do simple math, put that together, and you'll see who's who and who's for what.
But they said, well, now they're saying like we're a purple state. I guess that's like, is that like?
Well, because a lot of the people that would like sit out and just say like, you know, like I said, you know, they say it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. My vote doesn't matter. Well, those people started coming out.
Yeah.
So our numbers got a lot bigger.
That's what's kind of like election night where like me and my wife were watching it, and then like all the focus is on the swing state. Like it's not on California because it's like our votes already done.
Because just in all the people that left after COVID, after the lockdowns. Yeah. It's like how many people left California? I think it was somewhere around like the 100,000 number. You know, if all those people left, how would they have voted?
Right.
You know, so that's that many more votes that we possibly lost.
Because they went to red states,
as
right?
a Republican.
Everybody.
Yeah, they all went to like Florida and Texas
and stuff.
You know, so. But
and that's what I don't like is this like our votes already like accounted for, like it's just like we don't.
Yeah, but
it's not red or green.
But that's what I'm saying.
How long has it been like that?
Here?
Yeah,
it's a long time, dude.
Uh-huh.
I mean, for as long as I've been paying attention to politics, and that's like, I didn't really start paying attention until Obama jumped in.
Oh.
Because I really thought Obama was going to be a difference maker. And I mean, I'll be the first one to admit it, dude. I was buying into that Obama Kool-Aid. I was drinking it. You know, because I thought that's what this country needed. You know, it needed to be shooken up and everything. But once I started seeing more and more what this dude was about, I was like, no. You know, this guy doesn't love the country, man. He hates it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, how do you go up to an event and when the Pledge of Allegiance is going on, you just stand there with your hands in your pockets? You know, you're running for the presidency, dude.
Right.
Put your damn hand over your heart.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and show the respect that the flag deserves. You know, and if he's just sitting there with his hands in his pocket, oh, that dude, you don't know how much that rubbed me the wrong way when I saw that. And this is before the whole scandal of him not being born here and him not being a citizen and everything. This was way before that, dude. I mean, I'm talking about when they just first brought him in. I saw that, dude, and just that little act right there is what rubbed me so wrong. I'm like, this dude does not care about the country. I'm like, he's going to be out for himself. And, you know, look at the proof is in the history. The dude went in with nothing, and he came out a multimillionaire. How does that happen?
So the Republican governor of California was Schwarzenegger, which I don't know if you consider
that dude was not a Republican.
Because I mean he's like a celebrity. He's not like a Republican politician.
That dude was not a Republican.
But that was 2003, so that was over.
I think the last one
over 20 years ago.
Before him, it was probably Pete Wilson, no?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, getting back to Newsom. So what they did is they got together, and the board did this vote where they want the refineries to start making like and I'm doing it in air quotes, an ultra low carbon fuel. You know, so it doesn't emit so the gas burns cleaner, whatever bullshit they claim, which is all crap, because there's other experts that say it's not really going to make any difference whatsoever. You know, but it's just all it's going to do is inconvenience the refineries to change equipment, you know, change a refining process, and just cost us more. Where they're trying to play it off, telling you it's only going to be like 8 to 7 cents tax more per gallon, where really it's going to be anywhere between 47 cents and about 65 cents more.
Yeah, Google News is showing they don't like a lot of articles are saying 65 cents, and then a lot of people they're not even sure how much it's going to go up because they think it might be more than 65 cents.
And then like it's like whenever he gets called on it, his excuse is always that, oh, the oil company is gouging. Oil company is gouging. I'm like, so if the oil company is gouging, why is it only gouging California?
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't the rest of the country, all the other states being gouged?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all you got to do is a simple Google search of national gas prices, go state by state, and there's like over 30 states where the gas is under $3.30.
And they freak out when it's like at $2.50 or something, $2.35. Yeah. They're freaking out.
Yeah.
Now, gas does that affect? Is that diesel too or no?
Everything.
Everything gets that tax.
You see, and the thing is, what people don't realize is that like you, Lano. I mean, I know you realize it, but people, you know, that don't really pay attention. They're like, oh, well, I got an electric vehicle, so it doesn't matter to me. I'm like, yes, it does matter. Because everything that's shipped to the stores,
mm-hmm.
everything that's shipped to restaurants, any product that's moved around or anything is moved by trucks.
Produce goes up. Everything goes up.
Runs on trucks. Its bloodline is trucks. And we need that diesel fuel. And if it goes up, the bottom line is the corporations and the businesses do not lose. All they do is they pass that on to the consumer, and at the end, we're the ones that lose. And we're the ones that have to pay more.
You work on diesel trucks.
I work on diesel trucks, yeah.
How big are those gas tanks?
The
How many
tanks
gallons?
are easy. Each tank is 100 gallons each tank.
100. So like how much?
So
is their
you're
bill, yeah.
you're talking about they're filling up their tanks for like $500
Oh yeah.
of a tank.
Yeah.
You know, and then you add to that another what, $60?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be almost 600, dude. I mean, and then throughout the year, it's like they're estimating that throughout the year that's gonna tax families or individuals anywhere between $600 to $1,000 more a year that you got to come up with to drive your car.
Because when was it when the there was a period like when I bought a bicycle because like gas was just getting too expensive.
Yeah,
It was I want like 15 years ago, 20 years ago, something had happened where the gas had gone up and it was like $6 and we started riding bikes again. I started taking public transit because everything was just going up. Well, I don't remember what the reason was then, but everything had gotten super expensive.
yeah, I don't remember.
But that was the last time where like milk went up, groceries went up.
It could have been during a desert storm or something. You know when
Maybe. But like
No.
prices never went below that. Like we got used to paying the $3 or $4 and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we got used to paying the for the milk the $5. Like prices never went down again. Like after gas went down. Like
I mean, and
foods
that's
never
what they
went
do
back
because why should they? If people are gonna pay it, they're gonna keep on, and that's what we as consumers have to do. Is like if there's something we don't like, then just stop buying the product. You know, it's like they want to talk about, the other big argument that they have is like, oh well, the oil industry made up billions in profit. It's like, okay, well, if this particular company is making billions in profit, and they have like 4 other competitors, go to the competitors that are going to undercut them. And once they start losing, they're going to have no choice but to bring down their prices.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple economy, man. It's a simple formula. That checks and balances itself.
All right.
But when it gets all this interference and all this involvement, I mean, and this tax, it goes through, and it's going to be permanent. Mm-hmm. Don't think it's going to go away and come down.
Yeah, I mean,
because if you look right now at the price of gas, say on average anywhere it's about I see average maybe about $4.49, maybe $4.30, around there.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like $2.15 of that is going to be nothing but taxes. It has nothing to do with the refineries, has nothing to do with the oil company. It's all taxes.
Yeah.
And where does all that tax money go?
That's the thing. Like if they're gonna tax us, I want to see like results. You know what I mean?
It sure as hell doesn't go to fix the roads.
I know that's what I said.
Because the roads are horrible.
The streets aside, like those potholes picked up and all that stuff. Like the freeway, whatever expansions, I want it done faster. Like you know what I mean? All that stuff they take decades to fix. Where like if you look at history, like we built a whole railroad, like and I don't know how long, but to add another lane to a freeway, it's gonna take like 10 years or something like that.
It's just I think the problem with government now is that people hold positions for too long. It's like you really got to put short-term limits on there, because I think if you leave them in there for too long a time, they start building relationships and they start making it easy to be corrupted and like bought off and bribed and everything. So if you just don't give them that time to be in a certain position, to be able to have enough influence for you to be bribed or paid off or whatever it is, then all this gets solved.
How, I mean, I had a Volkswagen in high school, and I remember like to fill up it was like under $10.
Yeah.
$10. Like I remember when like the lowest I can remember is like maybe 98 cents. Like whatever a gallon was, it was $1 or something like that. If I'm putting in 10 gallons, I'm putting in $10. If I'm putting in $8, I'm putting, 8 gallons. Like, what's the lowest you remember gas being?
Lowest I remember is maybe about like 75 cents.
75 cents.
Yeah.
I mean, I know like back in the day where it was like a quarter and all that stuff, but now it's like close to $5. Like, how many times has that increased?
Yeah, I mean,
And then like results, like growing up, I remember seeing smog. I remember playing outside and my chest hurting. So like I know like the air is a lot cleaner now.
It is a lot cleaner.
But that's this technology getting better.
Exactly.
In terms of like engines and like, you know, the catalytic converter, all that stuff on the car is getting more efficient. And it's not necessarily like the gas.
I mean, the thing is, dude, it's like these people want to punish us for pollution that's going on halfway around the world. You know, it's like, why do we have to suffer and pay for people that don't care and are not doing it and are not taxed or whatever around halfway around the world?
Yeah.
You know, they can pollute all they want, you know, but we're the ones that have to pay for it. Mm-hmm. That's why it's all, I think it's all a scam.
You
know, it's all just money making for these people like Newsom and everything, you know, just so they could, you know, have their backroom deals and, you know, or they have their interest, you know, people buying stocks for them. Well, you know, his crooked ass aunt, Nancy Pelosi, you know, all the inside trading that she's done. Hope she goes to jail for that.
You know, concert tickets, how they're so expensive.
Yeah.
And like all that stuff's like generators, like powering all those TVs and the, you know, audio equipment. You know, they all those are gas generators.
Yeah.
Gardeners, you know, their lawnmowers, their blowers, that's all like gasoline that they're buying. So gardeners, like their wages are going to go up, or to cut grass. Everything's just going to go up. I mean, that's just the
look,
bloodline.
I know I talk a lot of shit about electric vehicles and everything. And the thing is, you know what? I'm fine with them. If you're doing it to save gas, that's a perfectly legitimate reason for having the electric vehicles. The part that I have a problem with it is these people that are under the illusion that they think they're saving the planet or saving the climate by driving these things.
All right.
Because you're not. I mean, if you see how much land is being destroyed in the mining of lithium to create these batteries, and then what do you think happens to these batteries after they're no good and they're done? It's like if they tell you you can't even throw away batteries in the, you know, AA battery in your trash.
I know.
They want you to properly dispose of that. What the hell are they going to do with these car ones?
Right.
You know, so don't tell me that it's saving the environment, because it's not.
I just got a new TV and I have to look for a place to throw away the old TV. Yeah. I have to go to some e-waste center and spend my Saturday. But I mean, me, like, I'm a tech person, and like the Tesla to me is like the most like high tech car.
No, I know, but you're not under the illusion that you're saving the planet driving it. The thing is because you're a techie, you like all the technology that it has, and you like the fact that you save on gas.
Yeah,
you know, but you're not like preaching to me like, oh, you should get one too, you know, because all the emissions that your truck spits out and everything, it's like this and that or whatever, it's gonna come down, you know. I'm like, no, dude, it's bullshit. It's all bullshit, dude. Because, dude, if I pretend we're in a movie,
right?
Okay, pretend we're like in a James Bond 007 spy thriller movie. You're the bad guy. You want to destroy the planet with one push of a button. You want to destroy the climate or whatever and everything with one push of the button, because that's the panic that all these people want to make you have. Mm-hmm. That we're just like one button push away from the climate completely being destroyed and, you know, just making the planet unlivable. What is that one thing that has to happen that's going to make that happen instantly?
Like a threat from somewhere, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, because all these people are like all doom and gloom,
right?
And like, oh, in 10 years, you know, the waters are going to rise and they're going to flood and the deserts are going to overheat and blah blah blah. You know, all this panic and everything, and it's all bullshit, dude.
And
You know,
it's just
it's like
it cycles. Like
what it cycles.
there's ice
exactly.
ages every 1,000
Yes.
years. There's like dry
Yes.
spells every whatever.
That's what I'm saying. It
I mean,
cycles.
it's in the Bible. Those floods are there. It's in
I mean, you get one heat
fossils.
wave. You get one
dinosaurs.
heat wave where it's like 105 for like a week straight. Oh, this didn't used to happen before. It's like the climate is rising, and this is all due to greenhouse gas. I'm like, come on, man.
I mean, before our
like, it's
lifetime, there's
happened.
all these different civilizations that came and been extinct and came and gone back and all that stuff.
It's all garbage. But
All right. Well, next I want to talk about Dodgers.
anyways, that's why we try not to do it political. So,
But
sorry, people.
I do want to get through this phone call, and then we'll talk about Dodgers. Let me see if I have the computer set up
Lawyers.
properly.
Lawyers.
Let me see.
Now, I'm sure your dad's gonna call next week, dude.
Well,
After he hears my rant.
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna get
the more
chewed
calls,
out.
the better. We'll go back and forth. All right, here's the phone call.
Hello, this is Mike, the original OG. Just calling to remind you guys, at the last podcast, Lano asked the question, do you think we missed something this year because we weren't paying attention to the Dodgers? And they had Shantae Otani, and the question was, what did you miss? Well, you missed the World Series. You haven't been in the World Series since 2020. No parade. 1988, I was there. 1981, I was there. And Nano, they were both within your lifetime, and you missed them. Who knows if the girls are going to get a chance to ever see a World Series? But you guys could have had a lot of conversations this year and a lot to talk about. Go Dodgers.
All right.
Well, actually, Mike, we didn't miss the World Series because we just missed the season.
Yeah.
That's really what we were referring to.
And it was
It's like
me
not-
talking about Shohei's 50-50. Like,
Yeah,
do we?
It's like it wasn't so much that we missed the World, because we all watched the playoffs with a lot of intent, But the thing is, it's like we just didn't watch every game.
Right.
You know,
And it's hard to watch every game.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
have to have
it's
the
like
packages,
it's like
the
Lano
TV
says,
packages.
the whole Shohei 50-50 and everything. It's like it's not like back when McGuire and Sosa were having the home run chase. And that's when you wanted to tune in and see every game and see if it was going to happen or not or anything. It's like, but trust me, the World Series, we were watching every game. Game 1, after Freeman hit that grand slam, I was screaming like a maniac, and it scared the hell out of my sister. She thought someone was being murdered. But no, I mean, I get what you're saying.
Now,
But
that's my dad. So my dad being the super fan, you want to know how many games he went to this year?
as many as I did.
0. He went to 0 games, just as much as we went. So I think he missed it too.
Yeah, I mean,
But it wasn't until after the 50-50 he told me, he's like, I'm gonna start watching these Dodgers play. I'm gonna watch every single playoff game in the World Series, and we all did. I mean,
Yeah.
once they made the playoffs and stuff, like, we all watched every single game. And
I mean,
I was on vacation watching it at the hotel.
I'll admit I didn't watch a lot of the Padres series because I kind of felt that they're gonna.
And that's the thing. Like, I get anxiety when those close games. Like, I get frustrated, I get upset, and like, I won't watch it just for that. Like, let me get out of this like series, and then I'll start watching it because I don't want to get my blood pressure high yelling at the TV and this.
Yeah,
and that.
because I wasn't sure. I mean, for that reason, Mike says we didn't watch the season or whatever, so I didn't realize how hot they went into the postseason or anything, and I thought they were gonna just get it handed to them by the Padres. Because the Padres were coming in so cocky and everything, and I saw some of the games that they lost, and I didn't think they were going to pull it off, but they did.
Mm-hmm.
So after they beat the Padres, that's when I was like, okay, I can't miss any games. And I started watching all of them.
But then,
that was,
once they hit the playoffs, that's when, to me, it becomes more accessible because they start showing it on channels where
Oh, yeah.
They're not premium channels. You have to pay. They're not.
Yeah,
They're
that too.
free TV. Like we know the schedule. Like
Yeah.
like that's when it becomes accessible, and that's when I'm able to watch. It's not like when the old days you're watching it on TV. And '88, like I do remember watching it on TV, but I remember my dad saying he was going to the game, but he didn't take me. So, but I do remember that World Series. The '81, I don't remember the '81, but I do remember watching that Gibson home run. Now,
Yeah.
when Freeman hit that, you were talking about you screaming and your sister getting startled or whatever. Did you? Is that bigger than Gibson? I mean, I didn't know the whole story about him being like. I mean, Gibson, I knew he was hurt. Like, you know, he could barely walk. Freeman, like, I didn't know the background on that.
I mean, the thing with Gibson is that because the A's
We're dominant.
were such heavy favorites.
We were the underdogs.
Eckersley was unhittable, dude.
Yeah, he was like.
I mean, he was lights out,
right.
like what Mariano Rivera was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're just not going to hit on them. And for Gibson to go up there hobbling, I mean, like hobbling, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
he was really like, and honestly, even now, when I go back and I see that highlight of that home run, it doesn't look like he hit it that hard.
No, like it's all arms. Like he just,
But
like,
it just,
swipes
it went, dude.
just
It
carried,
just
like, the
went,
air.
and it went out. You know, that's why like the Freeman home run is different because
You knew instantly.
as soon as he hit the bat, as soon as the
Yeah.
ball hit bat, and instantly knew it was gone. You know, but the only thing that would have made the Freeman one more special is if Vince Scully was still here to make that
yeah.
call. That's what I missed, and that's what I
Right.
remember about '88. That's like the thing I missed the most, and that's why.
Because now is the Vince Scully. He was the TV and the radio.
Yeah,
We're here. I don't know, like if it's the TV guy does the radio or it's two different people.
no, they're different.
They're different.
Because on the radio, it's Rick Monday and someone else. I don't know who does it with them. But Rick Monday does a really good job. I enjoy listening to Rick Monday.
Did you hear that call? The Rick
No,
Monday
I
version?
was watching it on TV.
Well, I was watching on TV too, but
Yeah.
is there a version out there we can find it with the Rick Monday call?
I'm sure there
I want to
is.
see what he says.
Yeah, because on TV it was Smoltz and it was whoever
Yeah, the national.
whoever the national guys were. But that's a big reason, Mike, why I kind of don't follow them all season long anymore. Because I was so used to hearing it on the radio, being at work and everything, and just not having Vince Scully there, man. It's not the same.
Now that
It's
game
just
one,
not the same.
there was rumors. Some people might know would go to the game. Did that ever happen?
No.
What about Mark? Because he had sent some text. I didn't believe it, but like he had said
I don't
that
know.
he got some.
I don't know.
If he went or not, because he had sent a text that he got some tickets, but I just thought he was BSing.
Yeah, I
it.
don't know if he was messing around or not, but he didn't say nothing, and Rick didn't say nothing, so I don't know.
Now, I don't even know. Was it like were we the underdogs or the Yankees were the underdogs? Like who had the better record? I just know it was East and West, and
You
like,
know,
the biggest teams was
I
Yankees
think,
and Dodgers.
Yeah, I think that were. I didn't pay attention to what the gambling, what the lines were, but I do remember them saying there was the two top teams of the both leagues.
Like two number
So
ones.
it was the two number one seeds that played.
Yeah, and then '88
So-
we were like just underdogs, like because we beat the mighty Mets, and then we beat the Mets were the former champions, and then Oakland was just like
I'm
dominant.
I'm sure if back then, well, no, there wouldn't. They still made it though, because if you know how they have wild card rounds now here.
Yeah.
You know, I was gonna say I'm sure back then they would have probably had to play through a wild card round, but no, that's not true, because they had to win their division in order to get in. So
Because I always remember it was like a short round at the beginning,
yeah, because I mean,
best of five. or
you
something.
win division, best of 5, and then the best of 7 and best of 7.
And then I remember we played the Mets, and I don't know who we played before, but then we played. I don't know. So like me watching it, like I was like, oh man, because like we're down, and then like we got the bases loaded, and then like we're at the hotel because I was out of town.
Right.
We were in San Jose, and me and my wife we're watching it, and I'm just like, oh like bases are loaded, let's see what happens, and then like he hits it out. I was like, we just won. I just told her like we just won the game. She's like, what? Like, yeah, I was like we just won the like,
Yeah,
it's over.
you know what? Honestly, dude,
I was like, it's over. She's like, no more out. I was like, no, it's done.
Hearing the announcers talking about when they were bringing in Freddie Freeman, because I didn't know, I didn't know he was hurt, and they're saying that they didn't know if he'll be able to play because his ankles are bad and this and whatever. And I was like, dude, it's like it just hit me. I'm like, this is not like '88 again. It's like he's gonna be coming up.
Because in my mind, like I didn't compare him until after the fact people were talking about, it, and then I was like, oh yeah, like a walk off, like
nah.
hit.
And that was one of the things I was screaming too. Is like I didn't even hear it on the TV or anything, but I was like screaming like, yeah, I was like just like Gibson, and
Fireworks are going instantly at the house because I was out of town. Now, is that like normal? Because like they walked Betts before. But they didn't even like throw 4 pitches. They just like give him the base. Is that
no?
like,
That's new rules that came in last year or the
year
year
before.
before.
I was like weird and like all this new stuff. Like my wife was like, "What happened?" And I was like, "Oh, I guess they don't want to bother."
No, it's a time saving thing. And they just say they're gonna walk them.
They just give him the base.
And they just give him the base. Yeah.
Because remember with Barry Bonds, like they'll just like give him the base. And I mean, it's just weird. Like, just go through the rotation just to.
I guess it's a thing, so they don't. I guess they felt they would throw their rhythm off or whatever if they had to like pitch out 4 times. It's garbage.
And then
crap.
That reliever, do you know much about him? Is he like a closer for them, or is he good? Like I don't even know.
He's supposed to be.
He's their closer, their number one.
Yeah, he was supposed to be. So they did everything right, man, and.
So that's the thing, like championships, like when there's like a magical moment like that, then normally like it's kind of like done. Because it was like, well, I was thinking, I told my wife, I was like, this is it, we got the series. Like that's so demoralizing for the other team. I was like, they're not coming back. And
they gave them a chance, man.
And then
they did everything they could and let them back in it.
And then I don't know if this was Major League Baseball who set it up or the Dodgers set it up, but like Game 2 with Ice Cube coming out, like, and then Fat Joe for Game 3. Like I don't know, like if
Fat Joe was whack.
If Fat Joe was just like a response to Cube, or was that all like pre-planned through like
I don't think
entertainment?
I don't think it was
MLB
pre-planned, dude. I don't think it was pre-planned.
Because Cube came out, dude, and when I saw that,
dude, that shit was fire.
I was just like, game over. Like I was like, we're done. Like Cube, like that was like. That got me. Like, I didn't even need to watch the game. That got me more pumped.
Because I was watching it.
That got me more pumped. Were you watching it live?
I was watching it live. And then I don't know how many people heard it, but I heard the diss. Towards the Yankees. I was like, oh.
I heard it too. I was
like, yeah.
Showed my wife. I was like, listen to this. Like
nice.
And then
like freaking Cube, man.
From the outfield, like a stroll all the way to home plate.
That was badass, dude.
And then the second song when like he said, like he said, because normally it's Mr. Ron got a triple double.
Yeah,
he said that Mr. Ron hit a double or something like that. He flipped it for baseball.
Yeah,
and then just to finish it off at home plate to do the swing and then the Freddie Freeman pose with his hand up, I was just like, dude, forget it, it's over.
It's over, dude.
Like I was watching that, like I got goosebumps. I was thinking, and then
that's why the next game I wanted to get home early and watch it so bad because I wanted to see what the response is going to be and who they're going to bring out. And then I didn't get home on time or whatever. But then, like the next day, I look at all the social medias and everything, and they just Yankee fans just pissed, dude.
Yeah,
they're
Yankee
like,
fans.
Who okayed Fat Joe? It's like he was terrible, and they should have left him at home. And I'm like, damn, dude.
Because I was like, who are they gonna like respond with for Cube? I thought they're gonna be like KRS-One, some like legendary like I guess Fat Joe's East Coast New York. But I do like that East Coast, West Coast, and the rap. But like I don't know, Fat Joe's is like he's not in Ice Cube's like level or anything.
Nah. And it's like his
even the songs like they didn't get me like pumped.
His whole opening sucked, dude. It's like Tim was like, yo, what up New York? It's like, what up Yankees? Like, what up Judge? What up there? It's like for like 5 minutes. He's like, what up this? What up that? I'm like, dude.
And he came out of the dugout now, like he didn't do the walk like
whack.
Cube, and then.
You suck.
And it kind of felt like he ran out of stuff to do.
Like he didn't know, yeah. You know? And then that's what I'm saying. You know, it's like that's why.
The songs weren't even like big hits. Like I mean, music's music. If you like a song, like you like it. Like I thought, like there's
That's
gonna
why
be something. I don't know.
That's why I've always said that like when it comes to like hip hop and the rap game, you just have rappers, which just know how to, maybe write lyrics, and it takes them a long time to write them and everything, get something good. And then you got like the MCs that these dudes can just flow and just put it together and put something together good, like on the fly. Like dudes that like would do rap battles and stuff.
I just recently saw this interview with Snoop and Dre because their new album's coming out, and like Dre produced his whole album for Snoop, the whole album, and Dre was saying that like he wanted to, his condition was he wants to do the whole album, and he says he doesn't like when an album comes out and there's like 10 different producers. He's like, it should be only one producer because they need to have that whole album flow, not just like 10 different people. And then Snoop came in and said, well, like, they're not producers. They're just like beat makers. A guy makes a beat here, like put your lyrics on the song. There's this guy making beats. So each song has a different guy who made the beat, but they're not producers producing. So that they just, different beat makers, like put in their beats. The guys put their lyrics on, and then like, they get like 10 of them. They have an album or whatever. But he's like, they're not like producers like the way you're a producer, Dre, who like listens to every lyric, like, cut, like redo the song, redo this, redo this. They're just beat makers, and that's the difference. Now like it's easy to make a beat.
Is that what all these supposedly hip hop
now
are
like,
doing now?
It's all computer software. It's easy to make a beat. Where like before, like before you had to produce the music, get the instruments, do all this stuff. So
see, and that's why it sucks, because it's lazy. It's shortcuts.
Yeah.
You do shortcuts and you do lazy work, and the it's gonna show in the final product.
Yeah. So I was like, surprised. Like that's why, and I don't know. Fat Joe just is in a whole different league. I'm trying to think who's at Ice Cube's level. Like even if they could have brought Ice-T out or something. I mean, I don't know exactly where he's from, but someone on a New York guy.
Ice-T, I think.
I mean, I know he's Hollywood now, but
he was East Coast, but he moved over to the West Coast at a young age. And I don't know if you know this, but he was in the Army.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he went to the Army. And when he got back from the Army is when he started doing his whole rap game and everything, because he got back and still like the neighborhood was crap, and he started getting mixed up with the wrong crowd and everything, and became a pimp and all that.
So after that, I mean, we won game 2 and 3, so it was basically over. Game 4, they got us. And then
Game 4, I knew that was gonna happen because the pitching, there was no starting pitching going out there, and they had said, whenever you have a bullpen game, which is you don't have any starters and you're just throwing guys out there from the bullpen, it's not gonna go good. I mean, it went good for them against the Mets, I believe it was. But that's because they brought out their top bullpen guys. So I pretty much figured Game 4 was going to be a throwaway, which made me nervous because
and you can't stay hot forever. Like, you have to cool down. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it made me nervous because I didn't want the Yankees to get like this false sense of like they got over the hump,
Yeah.
And that's what started happening to them when Game 5 started unfolding the way it did. I was like,
Uh-huh.
I'm like, it's gonna happen, dude. It's like they're gonna.
I mean, I kind of knew like back in LA they were gonna take it.
I don't know.
Like if it went,
Game 5 was making me nervous the way they were hitting and everything, and our pitching was already starting to get bad. It's like it was,
And then so we slowly creep up.
Yeah, then the Yankees' wheels fall apart, fall off the wagon. So,
and their big superstar Aaron, he didn't do nothing. Aaron Judd, he disappeared.
No, that's what's funny. The two big faces of the World Series both disappeared.
Shohei and
Aaron Judge and Shohei.
I mean, Shohei, he had a home run the first game, right?
I think so.
Yeah, and then he hurt his arm, which was like, oh man, he hurt his arm. Is he gonna come back or this and that? Little Hollywood drama. He got hurt, but
Yeah, when he hurt himself, I was like, is it really a big loss? I'm like, he hasn't been doing anything.
well, I thought it was a big loss. I was just like, why was he trying to steal? Like we had the lead and all that stuff. Like why was he trying to go for it? But Freddie Freeman came through with was it 3 or 4 home runs?
Dude,
in
he
4
hit.
games?
Going back to the last time he was in
Atlanta or something, right? The World Series.
in the playoffs in the World Series, he had, I think, 6 games in a row with home runs.
Yeah, no,
Going back to when he played with Atlanta.
he got MVP, right? For the
He got
series?
MVP, yeah. Deservedly so.
No, I mean for him to like, after that first game, that's like enough. But like to keep hitting the home run after like all the way up to game 4, game 4, right? Game
Yeah.
2 and 3 and 4. That's crazy. But
But it was so sweet, man, for them to win it this time because get so tired of hearing everybody talk crap that the 2021 didn't count because it was half a season and
yeah,
the COVID one and
COVID
no one in the crowd
asterisks and all that stuff.
So you could take your asterisks and shove it you know where.
So then we have that was Wednesday, right? The final game or Tuesday?
Um,
Because then we have the parade on Friday,
the parade was on Friday.
which was I thought it was gonna be like on a Saturday.
Yeah,
or
I think it
Sunday,
was on a Wednesday.
but the parade came fast.
Yeah.
And so you're working. Did you go?
No.
I had planned
No.
on going because I had hers gonna be at 11, and then the route was gonna swing by my work, so I was gonna go at work, park at my work. I was already off that week, so like I didn't have to worry about work. But I was gonna park at my work's parking lot and then go to the parade. But I asked my girl, the oldest, like, well, you want to see the parade? And she said no. She was all tired from Halloween. Halloween was, I think, Thursday, right?
Thursday.
Thursday
Yeah.
or Wednesday.
It was on a Thursday.
Thursday. So she was like, she said she just wanted to stay home. I was like, you want to go to the parade? We're gonna go to the parade. And she's like, no. So we just watched it on TV, which was nice. But it was nice watching that parade. I mean, it would have been a hassle to go, just because all the people. But like,
That's why I didn't go. That's why I don't.
but I had parking, so I wanted to go, and the plan was to go. But we all were like under the weather after that. The girls were sick first, and then we got sick. And then I think they went the wrong route in the parade because they were supposed to start off like coming
City
in
Hall,
through-
no?
I think they were gonna end at City Hall, but they went to City Hall first. Like they went backwards, and then they were gonna like do some speaking at City Hall and then go to Dodger Stadium. But they went to City Hall first, and then like they didn't do no speaking. They just picked up the mayor, and then took off because people were waiting at Grand Park. So I was like, oh man, all those people are waiting for like a speech or something. Nothing. See some
Oh,
players.
you know what? You're right. I think it was supposed to start at Grand Park
Yeah, and then nothing.
and then
nothing
end at
happened.
City Hall.
So, but when it hit Dodger Stadium, we got a special encore performance of Cube again, which was nice. And then it happened to be on Fernando's birthday, which was nice. So it was paying tribute to Fernando.
Yeah.
And then Kiki Hernandez, you saw that, right? You said that when he started talking about Ice Cube and Fat Joe, he made a comment. He says Freddie handled game 1. He was looking for Ice Cube. He's like, special thanks to Ice Cube. He's like, after that performance, like, we didn't have to play. The game was already over. And then then some guy came out from New York. He's like, he used to be fat. I think his name is Joe or something like
Yeah.
that. And then he's like, after his performance, we didn't need to play. The game was already over. I just thought that was like so funny. Like,
Yeah, it was funny.
dishing out. I was like, man, New York's gonna be pissed.
Who cares, man?
Um,
They think the whole world revolves around them.
Before did you see what'd you think about that when they're trying to like open up Mookie Betts' glove to take that ball out?
I was actually still at work when that was happening.
Yeah, I
But,
didn't see it live. I mean they told me about it, I saw it on YouTube.
No, I mean we were watching the game. My brother had his phone out while I was driving back to the shop. And I was like kind of like looking over, like trying not to crash. And I was like, what the hell? I was
I know
like,
you and Ricky do that watching YouTube while driving. You understand?
But so then you had the phone on and everything, and I was just hearing it, you know, and I'm like, I'm hearing it. I'm like, what the hell did that dude do? He's like, yeah, he tried to take it out of his hand, you know. I'm like, but it's an out, right? He's like, yeah, it's an out. And then like when we finally came to a stop sign and I was do the replay and I was looking at it, I was like, dude, what the hell, man? So this dude could have messed up his wrist or something. He could have,
like, he got mugged out there.
yeah, like he could have hurt him bad, dude.
He could have like messed up his wrist, his finger.
Yeah.
Like, the guy was actually like prying it open with two hands while grabbing the ball. Some other guy was like, I think, holding his arm. Like they could, like, I felt like, I mean, I'm not being like a sport, but like Mookie Betts could have like pressed charges or something. Like he got like, you know, like manhandled up there with his,
yeah. Well, that
like
idiot,
an assault almost.
You know what? That idiot got punished enough because I'm sure he paid a grip for those tickets, and he only got to see one out of the game.
Oh, it happened that early? It was right at the beginning?
It was right at the beginning. Dude. It was the first out.
No, I heard, I mean, what I read, I mean, I don't know if it's true, but I read that guy was a season ticket holder, and they just banned him from the next game. But that's it. He was back, I guess, the following. They banned him for, that was game 2 or 3? Well, they said they banned him for the next game, or he's not welcome the rest of the series or something, but he's going to be back next year, this and that. But I just thought that was just kind of rude. But then, I think it was game 1 when, like, we had another idiot in LA who caught that ball that was like a double or something. You saw that?
Oh, yeah, he reached out.
He reached down, and I was like, what an idiot. Like, this guy was like, he reached down and got it, and then, like, I don't know if they kicked him out, but, like, he just started packing up his bags. He was like,
I mean, that's the thing, dude. It's like, you get these, I mean, it just, that's another thing that obsesses me about going to games. Is like, I know it's a fun experience and everything, and people that don't know anything have a good time, but they shouldn't be allowed to sit where they're going to interfere with play.
Yeah.
Because if that's me sitting there and I see that ball's coming up short, dude, I'm holding everybody back.
Yeah, because it was
especially
like
if
against
it's
our team. Like,
especially if it's one of our outfielders trying to make the catch.
Yeah.
I'm going to be holding everybody back, man. And like, hey, let him make this catch.
Yeah, because that's what got me mad. Because I was like, dude, he's on, like, what an idiot. Like, he had a Dodger jersey, but I'm like,
Yeah.
it was against us. I mean, I do enjoy, like, the foul balls, like them diving into the crowd and, like, you know, catching a ball or whatever. But, like,
you see, but even at just a regular game, I always pay attention to what's going on, because you hear so many stories of people getting hit by foul balls because they're looking at their phone, because they're looking away, because I'm like, oh man, it's like, do all that shit in between innings.
Yeah. No, I'm always like,
you know,
when I was taking my wife out, like, I'm always aware, because I know, like, she's not focused on it. So I'm always, like, you know, looking for her, like, you know, the ball's coming, this and that. One eye on the home plate and this and that. And when I used to go as a kid, my grandma had season tickets at third base, like field level, which is a yellow, and we would get a bunch of foul balls.
Seats.
Foul balls all the time, and we would see people just get hit all the time, just not paying attention. So you always it was a weird angle. You had to, like, look to the right to watch home plate, but, like, I mean, you just had to do it, else you're gonna get hit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like a good year. We got
good times.
The redemption now. We had our parade.
Can't take it away from us anymore. You can't put no asterisks on it. Can't qualify it. It was just good old fashioned ass whooping.
And it looks like we're gonna have some more with our team, and then
I mean, Shohei comes back there. He starts pitching. I mean,
yeah. I mean, I know people were like, oh, like his whole contract every year, but no, I think we'll get at least maybe.
I mean, I'll tell you this,
three
though,
more,
dude.
Through 2 or 3 more.
Me and Rick are the biggest Dave Roberts haters, and all those other past seasons where they've been bounced before the World Series and everything, I put all the blame squarely on him and the way he's managed the teams and managed the pitchers and everything. And this is the first year where I think he threw all of his stupid analytics crap out the window and just went on feel. The way I say he's always should be doing.
I mean,
because
I don't know.
all that analytics crap is good during the season because you have a big pool of data to grab from. But everybody knows, dude, once you hit the playoffs, It's a completely new game. It's a different game. It's a completely different animal. And that one, you got to play by feel.
And I don't know, like, about strategy and all that stuff, but, like, from watching the interviews, they said that, like, that he was just, like, checking up on players, like emotionally, like, how you feeling, like, how are you good to go, or, like, you know, they said he was more like, and I don't know if that's his style all the time, but he was keeping, like, the mood up, like, you know, when players were down, like, you know, pick them up, like, he was just, like,
Yeah. Well,
like, I don't know X's and O's, but, like, he was
more like how he managed the pitchers.
Mm-hmm.
Because during the season, he's so strict on, you know, he threw 50 pitches already. Let's get him out. Even though the dude was dealing, you know, even though he has like 7 strikeouts, you know, and no walks, and he can still keep on going and give your bullpen a rest. It's like he still wants to pull him out. He wants to yank him. You know, it's like, I hate that, dude. It's like, if the guy's on fire and he's being unhittable, let him go.
Yeah.
You know, until they finally start hitting on him.
Yeah, because then, like, you might see something special happen.
Yeah.
And then they pull him early, and then, you know.
And this series I saw, he did that a little bit better. What was that pitcher? Was it
Bueller or
Bueller? No, it wasn't
Walker
Bueller.
No.
Was it Yamamoto? I forgot who it was that was doing really good and just went like 6 innings.
Might have been Yamamoto, because I know they were pulling him early. At
You know, it was probably both of them, Bueller and Yamamoto. I think because they both did good and went like deep into the 6th inning.
I think next year, like, because we got a lot of pitchers injured this year.
Yeah.
And I think next year when they're healthy, we're gonna have a strong bullpen or whatever staff. But even, like, he made some decisions just on the World Series roster. Like, he brought in some other guy, that Gratar, I don't know who he was, but he came in and got some key outs, like some fastballer.
Broussard,
Gatterall, yeah, and he threw some fire and like he had some energy. But
yeah, but it was kind of wild.
I think this Shohei era, like, out of a 7-year contract, I think maybe we get 3 more. Or 3 total, like,
yeah.
So to now and then, like, 2 more, and even that's a success. They're saying that now the manager that like he's a Hall of Famer, because I guess all the Hall of Famers have 2 World Series. So they're calling him. How long has he been in there, Dave Roberts?
At least like 10 years, no?
10 years, yeah. So
he's been there a while.
They're calling him a Hall of Fame manager now. But yeah, we'll just keep it going. Next week, I have some tequila I want you to try.
Oh my goodness!
This is I want to share it because I think it's good stuff, and I want you to taste it before you look in, because I know you have your rates and your charts and your rating system and
it's not no
websites.
Stupid freaking
no.
Cheeto flavored.
No, this is tequila that I heard about, and
okay.
It's all about the flavor and the smoothness. I tried it and I liked it, but I want you to taste it before you look on your ratings and all that stuff. You might know about it. And then I have a record story to tell about a record I bought. I'm adding to my record collection. So that'll be vinyl. So next week when Rick's here, we'll do that. And then hopefully Rick has some stories.
Hopefully. So hope we did okay, people. Coming back from the little mini break that we had. So hope you didn't mind too much all the political talk. Went off on a little tangent there, but
yeah, and then just educate yourself.
I think it's good every once in a while. Yeah.
Vote and educate
it's like I said before, you know, do your research, vote according to what you believe. That's it. Can't get mad at that.
And then looking at the holiday calendar, our recording day is on Christmas. Christmas on a Wednesday.
Oh.
So maybe recording. I don't know if we'll record Christmas Eve or on Monday or something.
We will cross that bridge when we come to it. Keep drifting, yo. Peace.